Hi everyone. So the question for today is 637, which says average of levels in a binary tree. And we are given a root of a binary tree and we have to return average value of the nodes on each level. So here let's say this is my binary tree. So my first level average is 3 by 1, which is 3.0. So my next level average is 9 plus 20 by 2, which comes out to be 14.5. Same for next level, 15 plus 7 by 2, which is 11.0. Um, so yeah, same for this example as well. And now my number of nodes in the tree is in the range 1 to n 10 to the power 4. And my node value is 2 to the power 31 minus 1. Okay, now let's see. The question says average value of the nodes on each level. So remember one thing, whenever the question says value on each level, every level, average of each level, sum of each level, maximum or minimum of each level, we have to use BFS using a queue on that binary tree. So, and we'll process q.size nodes at every level or at every iteration. Now, see one thing. Let's say that we have 10 to the power 4 nodes on maybe we have 10,000 nodes something on a level, roughly. And then let's say every node has a maximum value of 2 to the power 31 minus 1. So the sum of this is going to be roughly around 2 into 10 to the power 12, which will exceed an integer and will cause integer overflow. So that's why we have to store the sum in a long variable so that it can accommodate the values. And we also see that our output is a decimal is a floating point division is something we have to do. We don't have to do integer division. So that is why we are going to have a list of double as return type. Okay, so let's get started. So the pseudocode of this is like we have to use a queue. Why do we have to use a queue? The reason is that a queue processes every node one by one. So that is the reason why. And then at every level, we are going to process q.size nodes at a time. We are going to sum it all up and then take the average of it and then store it in the list and then return the list at the end when we are done with the processing of every node. So to get started with, let's create a queue of what? What values are we going to store in the queue? We're going to store the node values. And node values can fit in integer, right? So that's why we'll use integer here. Let's call this queue. And let's say we are going to have a linked list format here. Okay. Now what happens is we have to create an answer list. So let's say list of double as they've given in the, you know, in the return type of this function. Let's say this is the result, or let's say use average, and averages is equal to new list, new array list. Fine. What do we have to do? In BFS, we add root to the queue. So let's add it. Then what we do is, but before that, we are going to process everything and we are going to return averages list at the end. So let's have this line. And now I'm going to process this. So let's say we do this processing until queue is empty. So the number of nodes in the tree is in the range 1 to 10 to the power 4. So that's why our root will not be null, since at least one node will be there. So now until this queue is empty, we are going to process this. So current size is q dot size. These are the number of nodes. Now let's store the sum. So it will be of long data type, as we have explained earlier. So yeah, so what are we going to do? We are going to iterate up until the size of the queue. So let's start from 1 and go up until less than equal to size. What are we going to do? We are going to take the node from the queue, add it to the sum, q.pop. Before that, let's have sum plus equal to current dot val, current node. And tree node is the data type here, right? So let's have tree node current is equal to q dot pop. So we added it to the sum. Now what we are going to do is, if current has a left child, then we are going to add it to the queue. Not pop, whole. Yeah. Q dot add, current dot left. And same we are going to do it for the right child. We have processed it. Now we'll add left and right childs if there. So we've done that here. And then in the end, when we come out of this loop, we are going to have a double size, double variable, double current average. Or let's say rename it more meaningfully. So let's say current level average. And that will be equal to what? It will be equal to, we have to typecast it. So let's say we're going to typecast it in double our sum variable divided by size. And then we have to store this value where? In our results array. So results list. So average dot add. So yeah, this is the entire code. Let's run this. Oh, sorry, this will be a tree node. Yeah, we are going to tree source tree node here. Correct. Why a tree node? This will have a value and stuff like that, right? Average. Okay, the list name is averages. So yeah, now our code ran correctly. And this is the solution. By the way, let's come to time and space complexity. See, we are going to process every node one by one. Let's say we have n nodes in a tree. So we're going to process every node. Every node is going to go into the queue once and will come out of the queue once. So that's why our time complexity for this solution is big O of n, where n is the number of nodes. What about space complexity? So we see that a queue will at max hold the number of nodes in a particular level at a particular level. Let's say we have a complete binary tree and we have n number of nodes. So at the last level, we will have n by 2 nodes. So roughly, big O of n is the space complexity. So yeah, that was it from my end. Thank you.